Hello everyone, this is another practical, that is a phase lock loop, and you have it in your MSc Sem 4. So we have used IC 565, that is for PLL. You might have received this kind of synopsis. This is the internal block diagram of PLL, where you have PLL is consisting of phase detector, VCO, and amplifier, and some feedback loops. Okay, you have studied. This is the circuit diagram which we have connected over here. Okay, so first of all, let me show you some of the connections. These are the basic +5 common and -5 connections that are been connected to this supply 505. It has been already connected, you can see it. Then this practical you can perform it for 12K and 5K. So we have connected first for 12K, that you have to connect it. This is the input terminal where you have to connect it the AFO. Remember, this is the AFO, audio frequency generator or signal generator, right? So that has to be connected over here. And you have the output where you have to connect the CRO. We have already connected CRO, you can see it. It has been already connected. We have connected to the first channel. Right now nothing is there on the screen because we haven't made the supply on. Okay, now in PLL, first of all we need to find out the free running frequency. We have to find out free running frequency. This is the table in which for which you have to find out these different values of frequencies: free running frequency, lower capture frequency, upper lock frequency, upper capture frequency, lower lock frequency, and then you have to find out the range using this formula. These are the formulas for experimental or practical values. Theoretical values you also have to find out by using this formula. This is for free running frequency, this is for lock range, this is for capture range. This lock range and capture range both are plus minus. So finally you have to multiply with 2 for this value and this value also. So plus minus is actually on plus on this side, minus on this side. So both the sides will be multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 in this value. So you will get these values. Okay, theoretical values. Okay, so first of all let us find out the free running frequency. What is free running frequency? Free running frequency of a PLL is nothing but the frequency when no input terminal, no input is been connected from AFO, and when you switch on the supply. Let me switch on the supply. You will find that square waves are there on CRO. This is nothing but the free running frequency of PLL, right? Free running frequency. You can see this is our output channel. Frequency of free running is 2.9 kilohertz, 3 kilohertz almost. Okay, this is free running frequency. Remember, free running frequency is nothing but the frequency at which no output is been connected. No output is been connected. Okay, fine. Now to calculate the other frequency ranges, that is lower capture, upper lock frequency. Let me zoom it properly. This is lower capture, FC1, FC2, FC2, FL2, FC2 and FC1. Okay, so for that let us understand something. Assume that this is your frequency axis. This is your frequency axis. Okay, this is your frequency axis, and this is the lowest frequency, and this is the highest frequency. Okay, now when you increase the PLL, when you increase the frequency of input, right, from lower to higher at one point, remember this is FC1, this is FC1, this is FC1. At this point what PLL will do is, at that point it will try to follow the input frequency at output frequency. Okay, PLL is nothing but a device which will follow the same signal which has been given to input at the output, same signal for this ranges, Okay, so we are interested in finding this range. So when you increase the frequency from lower to higher at one particular point, that is known as FC1, that is lower capture frequency FC1, at this point what PLL will do is PLL will have the same input as output. Otherwise, before this frequency it will go free running state. Okay, so let us see this practically. You can see I have connected another channel also. This channel is been connected to the input. Okay, these two are the inputs coming from the AFO. Okay, now this has been connected from over here AFO. Let me connect the input to the signal, input signal to PLL. Okay, so now the circuit is working. Okay, input is been connected, output is also has been connected. You can see it. Okay, now what I will do is, as we have seen in the theory that we have to increase the frequency, at one point both the frequencies will be, both the signal will be same. Both the signal will be same. At which point? That is nothing but FC1. Okay, now what I will do is I will increase the frequency slowly. You will see I will increase the frequency slowly, and at one point what is going to happen is both the signal will be having the same. Again I am increasing the frequency, you can see it, I am zooming it. See, right now both this input frequency and output are not same, but as I have increased this, they are same now. Okay, they are same now. Let me increase. Yes, now they are in capture mode. They are in capture mode. See, increasing, decreasing the frequency, both are in same. So the frequency, the point at which input output becomes same, okay, that is your FC1. We have crossed this limit, we have came across this point, this frequency. Okay, now when you go on increasing the frequency, at this point that is known as FL2, at this point it is known as FL2. Again it will break the lock. Means from here to here it will try to follow the same signal which is been given in input, the same is going to come at the output, but after this frequency it will break down. So output of PLL will be free running and input will be different. Okay, so now let me increase the frequency. You can see I am increasing the frequency. Blue is the input frequency and yellow is output. Yes, now it has broken the lock. The moment I go beyond 5.6 Hertz, 5.6 kilohertz, you can see it has broken the lock, and yellow, which is our output, has gone to the free running frequency. Okay, the free running frequency, that is 2.9. Now I am again increasing. It is not having any difference. Okay, now what we will do is, we have reached after this point in this state where the output is free running and input is also different. Now we will come back in this way, in this direction, that is from higher to lower. This is higher frequency and this is the lower frequency point. Now we will come back from higher frequency to lower frequency, and at this point that is known as FC2, again it will capture, and after this it will try to follow the input and frequency. So output will be the same, input output will be the same. Okay, after this, so let us find out that point. Okay, this is the basic function of PLL, that within the range of it working capture range, input will be completely transferred to output without any change. But remember, that is going to happen only for these ranges. Now we want to find out the FC2. FC2 is nothing but upper capture frequency. We have already found out FC1, that is lower capture, FL2, that is upper lock frequency. Okay, that is upper lock frequency, this one. Okay, now we will find out FC1. We will find out FC1 and FL1. This is L1. Okay, this is upper capture and lower lock. Okay, so we will reduce the frequency. Okay, you can see input frequency is 19.5 kilohertz. I am reducing from here, 19.5. I am reducing from here. You try to have a watch on the frequency written in CRO and try to see the signal, at which point it is going to capture each other. The moment it will capture, the input same will be transferred to output. So input output will be the same. I am decreasing the frequency. I am decreasing it, 18 kilo, 16 kilo, 14 kilo, 12, 11, then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Yes, it is going to capture now. Yes, it has captured. It has captured. It has captured. Near about 3.3 or 3.5, it has captured again. You can see frequency of input is 3.1, output is also 3.1. Okay. Okay, output, yellow is output, blue is input, both are same now. Okay, so we have reached this point, that is FC2. Now beyond this, if we decrease, then up to this FL1, it will try to follow, means output will be the same as input. Okay, let us practically do that. You can see from here I am changing the frequency. Let me change it and reduce it. Okay, this is 2.1.7. let me, yes, it has gone. Okay, it has gone near about 1.7, it has gone. Okay, so this is nothing but the FL2, that frequency is nothing but FL2. It has gone. Okay, it has gone. Output is different, input is different. Okay, that was near about 1.6 or 1.7. Okay, so this is nothing but everything about PLL. So in that way you will get 5 frequencies, that is free running, FC1, FL2, FC2 and FL1, and then you have to find out these calculations. Okay, at present you can change this range is not fixed. This range is depending upon the value of this capacitor and resistor. Okay, you can change the value of this capacitor. We have currently done for 12 kilohertz. You can do for 5 kilo ohms, 12 kilo ohms we have done, and you can also do it for 5 kilo ohms. Okay, so in that case the free running frequency will also be different. The free running frequency will also be different. Okay, and the range will also be different. The range will also be different. Okay, so this is all about phase lock loop. Okay, thank you.